Hello adventurers, it is I, Soloist Venture, and welcome to my YouTube channel. And today we are going to be doing some dungeon delving in the game Bag of Dungeon. So this is the game, this is Bag of Dungeon, and obviously it's a box, but all of this can be fit into the bag here. And the main goal for you is to explore the dungeon, and the dungeons are represented by these tiles here. So you have to explore the dungeon, fight monsters, get really cool loot, find the ring, and defeat the dragon at the end. The dragon will pop up at the exit, and your goal is to survive and exit the dungeon with the ring. And so some of the components of this game, you have a bag of monsters, you have a bag of items and really cool loot in here. And then you have dice. And then you have these tokens here that track monsters or items. And then you also have these little wooden meeples, which will represent your character. And for me, I chose Tamara. And then you have these little cubes as trackers for monster health, your action points here, your health points here, and then also the amount of lives that you get. So if you see here for solo play is definitely hard and challenging. You can send 1 to 4 adventurers in the dungeon, and if you are playing solo, you will be only having 1 life. And if you are playing with like other friends, you can have up to 3, I believe. And then here is the instruction book. It's pretty much like straightforward. And I'd also say the different thing about the solo game too is you do have to remove these certain items, since these are more for more than one adventure. And the other thing too is there's also these dragon scrolls, and these can really change up the game. They're basically like little, I want to call them kind of quests. Like for me, the other day I played the Siren Song. This is the first dragon scroll, and it tells you on the back kind of how you play the game with this dragon scroll. And so, yeah, there's a lot of good ones here. There was one that I did a while ago. Oh, I think it was Goblin season. This one was also fun. But yeah, so it explains how the game is changed if you do want to add these to kind of change up your adventure in Bag of Dungeon. And then you have to choose your character, of course. And so for me, I chose Tamara, the fighter. And then here is the male side of the character sheets, and then here are the female characters. You can see that these are different depending on the character that you choose. For example, Maria the dwarf, she has 12 health points, and she only has 4 APs. Rill the healer has 9 health points, but she has 5 APs. And then Alendra the elf has 9, but she has 6 APs. So that's just something to keep in mind about choosing your character. Also as well as their combat dice here, because you can see that some of them have a modifier, some of them don't. And then they also have a special action that you can do. I think it's like once per game. But yeah, to play the game, you have to use action points. So for Tamara, for example, she has 5 action points, and you would start your meeple at the start tile, which is this. Safe zone, no fighting. So you put that at the start tile, your meeple, and then you can move to like a new tile as an action point. You can use an action point to put down a tile. You can use an action point to flee from a monster. And then you can use action points too, depending on the items that you pick, but you can use them to use certain items. So we can get started. That's the basics of the rules there. You start with no items, no weapons or anything. You go through the dungeon finding those items. First, I do want to explain how you set up your dungeon here. So I already set it up, but basically you split the dungeon in half, like I guess I can shuffle it again. So yeah, so you split the dungeon in half, and then you have to make sure you take out, this is the exit tile, so this is where the dragon will be. So you take out the exit tile, and then you shuffle all of these tiles. So these are like in one pile, and here's another one in another pile. And then you take your exit tile here, and you just choose a pile that you want to, shuffle it in. And then this is how you make the dungeon. So this pile has the exit in here, somewhere in here, and then you put it down here, and then you put the one stack that doesn't have the exit tile up here. So that is how you create your dungeon. It is a little tricky, but you will get used to shuffling tiles. It can get kind of messy there. Okay, so I guess we can go get started. So for my first action, I'm going to spend one and put down a tile. So you can see here, we already encounter a monster along the way. So I will use an action to move onto that tile, and players will always attack first. And then we take out a monster from the monster bag. So we shuffle it up, take one out, see what it is. Ooh, this is a big one. So I will be encountering a troll. So I'll be encountering a troll, and I can make the decision to flee from this troll. And so there's a few ways that you can do that. You can spend an action, and then you can move to a new tile if there is one existing. And if there isn't, then I believe you have to spend 2 APs. And you will get docked, I believe, like two health points. Actually, let me just check really quick. Okay, here. So for escaping, before each combat round, you may choose to escape to an adjacent tile. So you spend 1 AP and you take 1 direct damage. Or you can draw and escape to a new dungeon tile, and you have to spend 2 APs and take 2 direct damage. And then your turn ends. So I think for me, I am probably going to do that. So I think, yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is I am going to spend 2 action points, 1, 2, and then I will draw 1. Okay, and then I will take 2 direct damage, 1, 2, and then I move on to the next tile there. And then for my next one action, I will spend 1 to see what is next, and then I'll spend 1 to move onto that tile. And then now you see that I have 0 APs, so I've used all my APs, but since I am just one player in this case, then I can just refresh, and then we begin again. If you are playing with like 2 adventurers or more, after you exhaust all your APs, then the next person will go ahead. And then for the next action point, I will reveal. Okay, so we are revealing, oops, a monster here. Okay, so I will put that there to remind myself that this has not been resolved, and I will take an action to move there, and then we shall see what it is. And look at that, it is a zombie. This one I feel like I will be able to successfully defeat. So I will now move my tracker here to reflect that this is a monster that has 6 health points. Oh, another note is for any close combat, for any kind of close combat, you don't need to take an action point for. If you do have like a long ranged weapon like a bow and arrow, then you would have to take an action point if you do want to use that to attack from afar. Okay, so he has 6 health points, and then I guess I go. Now roll 2 dice here. Okay. Oh, look at that. So we got doubles. So that means that that is a critical hit. And then you just add that up and then you subtract it from their health. So they are clearly dead. And then as my reward, I get 1 item. So let's see what I get. Oh, I can't use this one because this is a item for more than 1 player, so I'm gonna just put that back. I usually try to remove those, but sometimes it's like such a hassle. So let's see. Ooh, look at this. So we got a magic sword. So that is a +2 to combat rolls, and then you can view adjacent monster. Okay, so let's see really quick what that asterisk means there, because I feel like usually that means, okay, yeah, so allows you to view any unrevealed monster on an adjacent tile. So that's really cool. All right, so we have defeated this zombie monster, so we can put this back in the bag and shake it up and shuffle it in there. And then I flip this over to remind myself that the encounter, that the monster on this tile has been defeated. And if I ever go back to this tile, I don't need to encounter a monster again. All right, so now we are going to use an action to reveal the next one. Okay, my last one to move there. And then we refresh. And then we use 1 to reveal. Look at that, we have revealed another monster. So we will put this here. And we shall see. Oh, okay, a zombie again. Okay, so I will take an action, move there, and then I will roll 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, so that defeats this zombie. Oh, I forgot to put the health marker on there. Oh well. And put him back in here. Maybe I need to shuffle these more. It'd be weird if I kept pulling out zombies. Okay. And then we get 1 item. So let's see what we get here. Ooh, poison darts trap. So this is 1 dice damage to all on a tile. Okay. This would be nice and handy. So now I would put this in my backpack there. And I'll flip this over to show that the monster on that tile has been encountered. I'll use an action point to reveal the next. Okay, so this is going to be another monster. And then I'm going to use 1 to move to this tile. And let's see what monster it is this time. Okay, so now a mummy. Okay, so this has 7th has 7 health. And then they would roll 1 dice and then plus 4. Okay. So we go first. 2 die plus 2. Okay, so we rolled a double. And so that is a critical hit. So for critical hits, you have dealt the crit, so double your score, and then you add modifiers. Okay, so this is a total of 4, and then we double it, so that would be 8. So 8, 9, and 10. So we have defeated this mummy, and we get a cool item. Let's see what pops up in here. All right. Ooh, this one's cool. So we got a large chest. So you open, roll a dice, and then depending on your result, you'll either get 5 damage, which we definitely want to try to avoid, or you can take 2 items and discard. Actually, you know what? Maybe I will use my last action to open this. So we will roll 1 dice and see. Okay, so we got a 5, and that means that we take 2 items. Okay, sweet. So here's, oh no, we can't use that one. Let's see here. Vampire teeth, we can't use that one either. Maybe we should take these out. Okay, cool. So we will now put this in the bag, and then we have here, so we can choose these 2. So one of these 2. So a torch where you can lay 2 dungeon tiles for 1 AP, or the bomb, which is ranges 0 to 4 tiles, 2d6 damage to all in a 0 to 2 tile radius. Okay, so this actually might be kind of nice. I think I'll keep this one, and then I'll put this one back. Okay, now we refresh, spend 1 action point to reveal the next dungeon tile here, spend another action point to walk to it, spend 1 to reveal the next. Okay, and then we spend 1 to reveal, to walk, spend my last 1 to reveal this. Okay, so with my small desk space, some of the stuff will probably be kind of cut out, so just a warning. And then to refresh, we will do that, and I will spend 1 and 2 action points to reveal this side and this side. So this is a special one. So in here, if you move onto this tile, then you can get an item, which is really cool. But I do usually like to wait before I go to this one, just in case if I bump into like a bigger monster and I just want to spend any of these like items, and then I can go back to this tile to see. But okay, I am going to move, and then I'm gonna reveal. Ooh, a healing pool. Let's move this one here. I'm gonna save that as well. Yeah, so I'm gonna save that, and then I'm gonna spend another 1 to reveal the next tile. Okay, then I'm gonna spend 1 to reveal another tile. All right, spend 1 to move here, spend another to reveal. All right, spend 1 to reveal. I guess we can go like this. Oh, whoops, I forgot to move. Yep, okay, I'll spend that to move. Alright, and then now I will spend 1 to move here. And then I will spend one to reveal. I'm going to try to build the dungeon this way so you guys can see it too. Okay, look at that. So we have a monster here. So we shall see what the monster is. Ooh, a monk. Okay, so this monk, 2 dice plus 4, and this guy has 8 health here. Alright, so we will go first. Okay, so we have 6, 7, 8, 9 because of our magic sword. 9, and then with our modifier, 10, 11. Sweet, so we have defeated this guy, and we get an item. Cool. Okay, I swear it's not this easy. I feel like usually maybe I'm just getting like lucky rolls today, because I usually find this game like really, really hard. Ooh, okay, look at this. So we have a large steel axe. So this is a +3 to combat roll. I do kind of want to drop this magic sword. Yeah, okay, so I will put this here. And I think usually if you want to drop an item, and let's say you're playing with multiple people, you can actually drop an item on a tile, and then I believe people can pick it up. Well, that's not the case for me, so I think I'm just gonna discard this one and flip that one over. Okay, cool. So now we will use one to reveal. Alright. Use an action point to move. Use an action point to reveal. Ooh, cool. Okay, we have another item. Use an action point to move. I'm not going to use the item there yet. Move an action point to reveal. Okay, so now we have another monster. So let's see what the monster is here. No, I've been getting mummies and zombies. I want to get something else here. Oh dear. Okay, so we have a werewolf. So this guy has 10 health points. So meaning if we are able to defeat this guy, we will be given 2 items. Alright, so let's roll and see. Okay, so that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Oh wow, okay. That was just enough there. Sweet. Okay, so we were able to defeat him. And now we are given 2 items. Oh, this one's cool. So this one is move up to 5 tiles or through 1 adjacent wall. And this one is magic boots. +1 move, take no damage when escaping. I kind of want to do this one. You can move through 1 adjacent wall, but you do have to spend 1 EP. So that's something to keep in mind. Okay, I will keep that there. We will move to reveal the next one. Sweet. I will move it like that. Oh, I love how the dungeon's looking. This is also why I really like this game, is because the dungeon layout, it's really cool. Okay, we will move, and then we will reveal the next one. Okay, so we have another monster here. So, oops. Okay, so let's see. So move, and then let's see what the monster is here. Look at that. It's a little goblin guy. Okay. So he has 5 health points, so we're not going to get much from him. So now we are going to roll 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, we demolished the little goblin. Sorry, little guy. Alright, so now we're moving along. So I am now going to reveal the next one. Okay, it is another monster. Wow, this is getting complicated. Dungeon. Okay, sweet. So, okay, we have come across a zombie. Alright, so let's see. Oof. Okay, so that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, great. That was perfect then. Awesome. And then... Oh, I forgot to get the loot from him, right? Oh, I can't find his tile anymore. Oh well. I'm not gonna bother. Okay, so we're gonna move on to reveal the next one. We're gonna move, and then we're gonna refresh and use one to reveal the next one. Okay. Oh, maybe I can make a loop here. And then reveal. Cool. Okay. Then we're gonna move. Then we're gonna move again. Then we're gonna move. You know what? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm gonna keep moving. And then this is definitely gonna get cut off, but I'm gonna try to explore this side of the dungeon. So we're gonna move again, and reveal. This won't work. So this one won't work because I came across an edge here. So this one will actually cause me to spend an action point to redraw, since this doesn't fit with where I'm going. Oh, so these are traps. So if you end up on a trap, so I'm gonna walk, you have to roll a dice. Ooh, okay, that is a 1. So I rolled a 1, and that would mean that I would have to roll 1 die. This trap has caused me to lose 4 health points. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so I think now I would want to get to the healing pool. So I'm gonna move 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I end up there. And I'm gonna put this marker to show that I have reached the healing pool. And I can only use that healing pool once per game. So now I'm gonna use an action point to reveal the next tile. Action point to move. Action point to reveal. Okay, action point to move. Action point to reveal. Alright. I do not want to go over there yet, because that is a monster tile that I drew up there. If you, I know you can't see it, but I think I'm gonna move back 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So now I'm over here, and then I am going to use 1. I'm not going to pick up an item just yet. I'm going to use 1 to reveal this one. Okay, so you can see that we have reached the end there. So I am actually going to use another action point to reveal the exit of the dungeon. This is a really cool layout of the dungeon here. So I revealed that, and that would mean that my dragon has now appeared. And then we have to roll 1 die to see Okay, so we rolled a 1, and now we have to find the tile M1, if there is one, to see where the ring is. So that's what you do when the dragon is revealed. Okay, so I rolled a 4 instead. Okay, so the ring is over here. So for me to successfully get out of the dungeon, I have to grab the ring and defeat the dragon. So I think I'm going to do that before I encounter the dragon. So I have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 to get the ring, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then now we are going to encounter the dragon. Now we are going to attempt to defeat that dragon. So the dragon has to roll 4, I believe. He rolls 4 dice and he is at 20 health points. Yeah, so it says here the health of the dragon is 20, combat dice, 4 of them, no modifiers. It is immune to arrows. Okay, so I think what I want to do is to. Oh man, I forgot about my bomb. I definitely should have used that first. You know what? I mean, I guess I could use 1 action point to do 2d6. Actually, wait. Oh man, I wish I could move back. But I don't think I can escape from the dragon, or else he'll just chase me down, I believe. So, you know what? I think I'm gonna use this, which is 1. I'm gonna use my poison darts trap. So 1 dice damage to all on tile. That includes me. Okay, so 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this is done. And then I'm going to go ahead and go into combat here. And this will be, oh, I hope it's a good roll. Oh, man. Okay, so I got 3 here. So it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, God. Okay, so now he's going to be rolling all 4 of these. So let's see how it looks. I'm going to roll this one again since it fell. Okay. So you can see here that he attacks me for, what is this, 16, 17, 18? So I am clearly dead. Alright, well, sadly, I have died, but that is how you play Bag of Dungeon. So you can see it's definitely brutal with the red dragon. I usually play with like 2 other characters for that. But yeah, it's definitely a brutal game, but it's a lot of fun. So that is how you play Bag of Dungeon. And if you are active on Instagram, I am doing a giveaway. So I have partnered up with Gunpowder Studios to give away a copy of Bag of Dungeon. So if you want to participate in that giveaway, please go onto Instagram, and I have a video there. I'll link it down below in the description, and it'll give you instructions on how to participate in the giveaway. And this is for US entries only. I hope maybe in the future I'm able to do like an international giveaway, but for now this is kind of just local to US friends. So let me know if you guys have any questions about Bag of Dungeon, or if you are familiar with the game and I've like messed up on a few things. Just let me know, and I will pin that comment so people will know where I messed up. But anyways, yeah, thank you for joining me in this adventure. Let me know if this game is interesting to you. It's a lot of fun. It's also really fun to play with family and friends as well, since the rules are really easy and good for beginner dungeon crawler games as well. So till next time.